My goal is I want to come out on the other end as a viable organization, that we can continue to support our members and continue to support our community.
Today we're here with Anya Milton, the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce in Ferndale, and we're going to learn a little bit about what Ferndale's going through right now and some of the things and challenges that they're up against. Anya, thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate being asked to share what's going on in Ferndale.
So what is going on in Ferndale? What are you seeing kind of on a daily basis right now? What are some of the biggest issues that are affecting your community?
I think some of the biggest issues affecting our community is that we're pretty much shut down. There's essential stuff going on that we all know about. If you're going to be out shopping, it's going to be at the grocery stores. If you're needing more supplies, you're going to be going into Bellingham. One of our chamber members and board president owns and operates the Ferndale Grocery Outlet, and I'm on speaking terms with him like daily almost. He had some staff deal with being exposed to people who were diagnosed with COVID, and then he had a couple employees as well. So he struggled greatly with that, but he seems to be doing well. As we know, Main Street is totally like shut down unless you're a restaurant and able to do takeout and curbside pickup. Our big thrill was when the New Mexican Tamale Company opened back up, and they do full on curbside pickup now, and they are totally packed. So it's awesome. It's wonderful to see those little things coming back. But it's going to be a struggle for a while, I think.
And then certainly in the last couple of weeks, I mean, the announcement from Alcoa that they're curtailing the plant. Talk to us a little bit about that. What is the community feeling about that closure, and what are the impacts of that going to be on the Ferndale community?
The impacts are going to be great. And it's kind of a scary time for many community members who work at Alcoa or have family members that do. And with the uncertainty of the pandemic right now, we really don't know how this is going to shake down. Alcoa is one of our members, and I had the opportunity to speak with Laura McKinney, who is their government affairs and public relations person, last week. And she's really she really wanted us to know how committed they are to making sure that the workers are aligned with as much success as moving forward. So they've partnered with WorkSource in helping get retraining and all sorts of job coaching aligned. This is something that they've done in the past when curtailment was on the line. And they are really committed to their workers as far as we have seen. And it is a scary time for uncertainty. And, I've spoken with a couple of the union leaders, and we support the community, and we've been putting out signs and have the electronic reader board saying support the Intelco workers. And, I think it's beyond the community's hands right now. We can only support so much. And right now we need as a community to come around those who are being affected and support them and get them aligned with whatever work we can find them in the coming months.
Is there any sense of where some of that work is going to come from, with over 700 plus people sort of being without work and looking for new work, and obviously now is a tough time? Are there any ideas that are out there? Are there opportunities for people?
That is a great question, Josh. Thanks for asking. I think that there is a multitude of manufacturers in Whatcom County, and especially in Ferndale, that may be able to absorb some of the workers, but the amount of people who will be losing their jobs is exponential to this community. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to place every single one in a job that will relate directly, but there may be retraining involved, and there will be displacement for sure. And there's a lot of workers already outside of Alcoa that have been displaced, and this pandemic is affecting many people. I can speak to Superfeet as an example. My husband happens to work there, and they've had to furlough and as well as put people on the shared work program through the Employment Security Department through the state. So there's all sorts of different responses, not only for Alcoa, but also for the other businesses in town who are being affected by the pandemic.
What are some of the things that the Chamber is doing to try to support the community and encourage the community during this time?
We are really focused on being able to support as much as possible. This pandemic is not only affecting other businesses, but it has affected us as well, and our capacity and bandwidth to do exactly what we've been doing in the past, which is really hard on a limited bandwidth. My goal is I want to come out on the other end as a viable organization, that we can continue to support our members and continue to support our community. And what that means is we have two staff, myself and our program coordinator, and we're both working half-time. So as much as we can to support businesses who need to make connections, who need to get information out there, and we need to share the positive things. So we just, Whatcom Land Trust, as an example, just donated, I want to say it's like $3,800 to different food banks in Whatcom County, and Ferndale definitely absorbed some of those funds. And so we want to be able to share that. And the Ferndale Food Bank is also a chamber member. So it's members helping members. And that's what we're trying to celebrate as well, because there's a lot of heavy information out there that really can just burden us. And we need to be able to celebrate the small things as well.
So Anya, what are some of the challenges that you're seeing in the community in the next couple of weeks, months moving forward? That we're facing as a community?
We need to have a solid approach to how we reopen business. And I think that the state has put together a good outline of collecting data in order to move forward. I know that there are challenges, and I can tell by how people are responding on the local Facebook page, Ferndale Neighbors, and there's a lot of general angst about how things are progressing and that it's slow. People are being affected in many negative ways, especially for their own businesses. And we need to stay alert and stay on this whole path of keeping safe distance and wearing masks when we need to. And I know some people scoff at the idea, but it's an important part of how we move forward and being able to open fully. I know that there are several individuals that I know specifically that are chamber members that are high-risk population. And they appreciate when other people, when they're out in the community, are practicing good measures of, keeping safe. And I think that we need to remember that it's not just about us, it's about the other individuals as well. And when we can work together with that, then we can open a lot faster. I know this is hard. This is extremely hard for individuals, especially the mom and pop shops along Main Street and other places in Ferndale, those non-essential businesses that have been shuttered for the last 8 weeks. And this is tiresome. And I want chamber members in the community to know, and business owners to know, that there are resources. And just because we're a membership-based program doesn't mean we are not offering information out there. So we have connections with the SBA and the SBDC, the Small Business Development Center. They are helping support all the technical and operational assistance, and we can get people connected. So I think that we need to hang in there. We need to stay vigilant about keeping the course on the social distancing, and hopefully we'll be entering phase 2 sooner than we think if we can, keep it going. But I'm really anxious to move forward just like everyone else.
Well, thanks so much for being here and being on the show.
Thanks, Josh.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Bellingham Now. To see all of our episodes, go to BellinghamTonightShow.com. New content is added daily, so make sure you subscribe for updates. Thanks for watching.